So let's show you how to manage your mobile app using the SV App Builder. So here we have Excite Motorsports app, and as you can see, this is the basic components of the SV App Builder. On the left side over here, you have your navigation where you can switch between the screens that are on your app, your messaging, which is push notifications, your analytics, your style for the app, and then the setting for the app. Now here in the middle is all the app's content that you'll manage and edit whenever you're trying to make changes, such as for this example, add new inventory or take inventory out. You can come into the inventory section, and whatever your app is for or whatever it's under as articles, this is where it's going to be. As you can see, it shows articles. So what you're going to do is whatever article you want to create or edit or manage, you're going to click on it, and there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can add a new article. You can come here and edit an existing article. You can duplicate an article. So if you're creating a lot of the same content, duplicate the article and then come back and just change all the info. But as you can see, let's go into this one right here, and then it pulls it up. So here we have this specific product, and what happens is you can come in here and edit the titles, edit the price, add pictures, all the descriptions on it. So you can come in here and change with these, move them around via this. You can then come down and add, click the SMS. And this is an example for Excite Motorsports. So obviously you put the number here. If you want to add additional elements, you can do that. These are the elements that you can add from events, pictures, galleries, features. Click the SMS, which is text message. Click the call, click the email, click the screen, which click the screen takes you to another example. So for this point, let's go ahead and do this. And then obviously you come in here and do service requests or create another page based on that. But I'm going to delete this for example purposes now. And then obviously when you're done editing all the content, and once again, you can move everything around, just come back and then click publish content up here and it will publish. So do that. So that's how you edit this. If you want to preview how it looks, you can always click right here. It'll build your mobile app. It'll take a second, but then it'll start and show you that it's starting up, and then you can obviously see your app. So we can come in here and see this one, see how it looks. Now, if you want to change the style on how your app looks, you can come to the cell style. These are called cells, and we can come in here and change the look obviously around to see how it looks. And then you can just play around and just go through the different ones to see which ones you like, obviously. And that's kind of how you go about doing that. I'm going to change it back to what it was. So where you go, you can turn on and off categories. You can turn on and off search engine. You can make it multiple columns if you want. And that's essentially how you can edit this style and the cell styles. If you want to edit your contact page, you'll obviously click the contact screen over here and then go to contact. As you can see, this will turn off, so you have to keep clicking it to make sure it renders and updates. If you want to edit your contact, if you have the contact form, come in here and then open form editor, and this is where you can add new forms or buttons or numbers or inputs that you want people to input. Settings, if you need to change anything, you can do that in here. Now let's go to push notifications. So this is the messaging. You can see the users. Obviously this app just got published, so there's nobody on it yet. But Outbox, this is where you can come and send push notifications. So you'll come here and send a notification, and then you're going to put your title for the push. I know I spelled that wrong, but this is where your title goes, obviously. Whatever you want, this is where that'll go. You'll put the body for the text. So whatever info you want the notification to be, text, it doesn't have to be anything very lengthy. It could be something short and sweet, but this is where you can fill all that information out. And then button action, so you can make it open app screen, which if you do this, you name the button and then whatever tab or screen you want it to go to. So for this example, if you want to do open app screen, let's take it to inventory, shop inventory. And then you can always add a header image as well, So you can do that here. Over here is where you can edit who it gets to. So you can send to test users only, which this is something you can set. You can send to all groups. You can send just to Android. You can send just to iOS, or you can send to both at the same time. This is what we would always recommend, obviously. You can even schedule it. So if you want to schedule it for a later date, you could come in here and say, hey, let's sit in on the 26th at this specific time. And that's how you do that. And you pretty much just click schedule. Or if you're not scheduling it, you click send now. And that's how you do that. Here you can see the target, the status, how many opened, how many has clicked it. That's where you kind of the details of everything go. Analytics, you can see how many app users have downloaded that app. Once again, this just went live yesterday, so that's obviously why there's not very many users so far. You can see the users, installation, iOS, Android, last 7 days. This is just details and analytics, how many are online. The style, once your app is already built, you necessarily won't have to edit this much, but this is where you can do that. You can change the typography, which is just the text, color, the size, what it looks like, what type of text you're using, the font, etc. You can come in here and edit your margins. So for the cell styles, once again, those articles that we were showing you for this specific app and the products and the inventory, that's what's called cell styles right here. So I can come in here and switch the margins on or off, and that will see how the gaps just came in. And then let me take it back. Now there's no more gaps. So let's go ahead and just give this a margin of 1 on the bottom and the top, and it gives us that little additional spacing that kind of makes things a little cleaner, better, and easier to see, I guess. So you can obviously change the radius as well, which would be the corner size here. Background color would be this, and that's how you can do that as well. And there's many more options, the buttons, the form elements. But like I said, once the app is already built, or if the app is already built, which in this example it is, so this is already taken care of and you won't have to edit this. Once again, this is kind of some general stuff that you might not have to edit since your app is already published. But if you e-commerce, if this is something that your app requires, this is where that is done. This specific app does not require that, so we don't need that. Security, if you want to make it where people have to sign in, so people need to sign in to create an account, you can do that here, turn that on and off. You can also do it by screen only, and then if you want to add terms and conditions, privacy policy, refund policy, etc., that's where this can be done. This, do not edit this data. So anything you edit right here will need to be made, and it has to go through an additional publishing process. So if you do want to update it, you'll just send us a message, support@socialverse.com, and our team will get with you to work on that update. You can also reach us at the help center to do that. And we always recommend, if you want to do it, come in here and click publish and then select which one, and then you'll be able to do that. But that's basically it as far as that. If you wanted to dive in and set up ad campaigns through Google AdSense to make money off the app, you can do that here, but I recommend not doing that until you at least get 5,000 to 10,000 app users. You can obviously do it whenever you want, but it's just generally not the best idea when there's not a ton of traffic in, because you don't want to spam people right away with ads or anything. But basically that's it, and that's how you kind of use the builder. Like I said, if you have any questions or need help, you can reach our support line at 317-203-9872. Just shoot us a text message, or you can go and send us an email at support@socialverse.com, or you can also go to our help center, and you should have the links to that, and we'll include them in the email, to go directly to our help center to find additional resources, how to use this more in depth, as well as contact our support directly in the chat box.